Ow!
Mm-hmm.
You like to rank things?
Yeah, I do, actually.
We're gonna rank some things.
Yay.
Because it's time for a low-key chill episode. Not low-key the kitty cat.
It could be Loki the kitty cat.
He's not usually very chill. I mean, he can
No.
be, but not for this long.
No, he's not. You're right.
That is a bit of a difference here. But we're going to be very chill today. We are both feeling a little bit under the weather.
Yeah.
So we just want to do something nice and easy this week. Before, just diving deep back into the trenches next week with whatever we're going to do next week. Anyways, hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. It's one of those things. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Takao and Ladium.
Hello.
This is episode 215. It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
A lot of time. We're gonna rank some stuff today. That's it.
I'm excited about it.
Yes. This was going to be, I was going to do a write-up of this,
Mm-hmm.
but then I just haven't got around to it, and I was like, we could just do this as a podcast episode. That would be easy. It'd be easier than me having to think and write, as they say. We're going to rank the top 10 top 10s.
Top tens?
Top 10 top 10s. We're going to look at every top 10 list out there, and we're going to rank them. That would be very difficult. I'm not going to. We're going to look at the best songs of Aqua from last year. We're going to make a top 10 list of those, which is easy because there's like a little over 10 songs. It's like 15-ish. So this won't be too difficult, most likely, unless there's like we get knee deep in the trenches and we're like, oh god, we really have to determine which of these is number 4 and which of these is number 5. Very heated arguments. I thought there was a hair on my mic. That would have been very bad. So yeah, 2020 obviously was a weird year. We don't have to go into it obviously because you've heard it a billion times by this point. Whether or not that truly affected the output of songs that Aqua did last year, could be debatable. Like they're obviously on the downward trend because they, all their stuff's done. So you're gonna get a few songs here and there, but nothing like super. Oh man, we're just pumping content out for you.
Right.
Like that was Niji last year.
Yeah.
So what do we have here? We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 songs, including the 3 Saint Snow songs from their first single EP.
Mm-hmm.
So might as well just throw those in there as well. 10 of them will rank, 5 of them will not. Who will survive?
Oops.
I was writing top 10 go, but then she typoed it and goofed.
I did.
Hang on, we gotta make that big. Oh god, I made everything else big.
Oh, too big. Go back. We gotta go back.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to go through this chronologically or via how we have it on the list?
I mean, I didn't list it chronologically, but it makes more sense to do it chronologically.
Okay, well,
I just did it as I could remember.
That's fair. I'm going to pull up iTunes. This is going to take like 3 hours because iTunes is a fantastic program that everyone loves.
Super fantastic.
Super fantastic. I feel like I have an idea of what the first song is, but I do not remember what the first song is, so I just want to double check. To be certain.
My guess would be Shazelia Kiss.
I want to say that is the case. But again, oh god, shut up iTunes. 2020. Look at all this music that came out that I totally got. Oh god, iTunes is like, well, now I'm just going to lock up for you. So now this is going to make this very awkward. Oh, there we go. Hey, hello, we're back.
Woo!
Okay, yes. Shazelia Kiss Da Da Dan is the first song chronologically, of course, from the Aqua spin-off group, Shazelia Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is going to go in at number 1
Number one.
because, oh my god, is this song ridiculous and good.
It's amazing.
So, for context, this was the April Fool's gag for 2020,
Yep.
where they did this whole giant spiel of, like, it's like a Sentai-esque video and everything, and, like, you know, they have all the colors and everything, like everyone's like a colored member and everything. Not, it sounds a little weird, but you get what I
Yeah.
mean. And obviously, like, they are split off into subunits, but they come together as one.
They've got like armor and
Yes.
crowns, and it's all like animated, but not animated in a normal Aqua style. It's like
Mhm.
comic book Aqua style.
And it's like a post-apocalyptic dystopia that they're in and all this sort
Yeah.
of stuff. It's so wild.
It is super wild, but the song also just rules.
Yes, so like it was an April Fool's gag that they showed off like 90 seconds of, and it was just like one of those like, are they gonna actually put this out? And then they put it out, and it was like, this is amazing.
I was so stoked.
And then the performance they did of it at Lost World was just real good.
Chef's kiss.
It's real good. It's an
You
amazing,
could tell they had a
amazing.
good time with it.
Yeah, like it's yeah. Like, if there's one thing that like Aqua has been good for, is like the April Fool's gags usually always just hit really well.
Yeah.
And this was just another aspect of that, and it's just, man, what a song.
It rules.
What a good time. Following that, let's pull up iTunes again and hopefully it doesn't break. Fantastic Departure and Aqua Pirate's Desire. This, of course, was the originally supposed to be the 6th Dome Tour theme song,
Mm-hmm.
but then COVID happened, and it was like, that's not happening.
Yeah. But they released the songs anyway.
They released the songs. The songs also got pushed back, I think, a couple of months.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to come out in like May, and then I think came out in June or July. Let me double check that real quick if I can learn how the alphabet works. Did you know F is between E and G? So there you go. Yeah, this was supposed to come out on May 20th, 2020, but was pushed back to July 22nd of 2020. So a few months there. Fantastic Departure it's fine. I feel like this is the first time we really see like how Aqua in general is kind of like branching out into like different styles.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the 2020 songs are really kind of just like are very experimental.
Yes.
Compared to what they usually produce. We'll also get into that with like the next song as well, and then obviously a few of the other songs on here, but this is really kind of the beginning point of that. I'm going to put this in at number 2. Unless you have a big objection to that.
No, I don't have an objection. I mean, it's a great song. It's got the cute part at the beginning with Anju.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing about this song though is that Aqua Pirate's Desire is also on that album, and that song is 1,000 times better.
Yeah, it's weird because like this was the song they pushed out obviously because it was the Dome Tour theme song and everything, and then it's like Aqua Pirate Desire is also on there, and like that song's way better.
It's way better. Like it is. Oh, and then seeing that live performance of them, I was just like, oh my god, this song rules.
Aqua Pirate Desire is like amazing because, you know, it fits the motif of like this kind of like you can kind of picture it being like a nautical song.
Yeah.
Even though like that's a weird thing to think. It's not like this is like some sea shanty or anything like which are very popular now.
Apparently.
But like it's also just like this very eclectic clash of music.
Yeah.
In it, and like because like there's like guitar in it, there's electric drums. And then also at the end, or like in various bits and pieces, especially near the end, like there's just a drum line in it as well.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place, but like it works so well together.
And like just vocally, it's a great song. Like they all just nail it. And I just keep thinking about Shuka running around with that
The
that
giant flag.
the giant flag, and I was like, oh man, this song was made for her to do that.
Hmm.
It Aqua Pirate's Desire is really good.
It's really good.
It's one of my most listened to songs of theirs in 2020.
Yeah, I can totally see.
Really
Like,
liked it.
I think what's even more interesting is that like the composer and arranger, or one of the composers and arrangers of the song, has done just like a lot of, have done quite a few songs for Aqua in general. Like they did the third song on Happy Party Train. They did Landing Action, yeah. Thank You Friends.
Huh.
Over the Next Rainbow and Jump Up High. Like this song sounds so much different than all of those.
All of those.
So like it's even more of like one of those like you just don't really see this coming. So it's man, it's real good.
It's really, really good. And like I've been dying to see that live performance again. Because I was just so blown away by it when we saw it.
And they get to be on the whale.
Yeah.
Poi Poi. I'm gonna slot this back in at number 2 as well.
Oh, you think it's not as good as
I
Kiss?
I honestly came into this thinking I knew what the number 1 song was going to be, and then I changed my mind.
Oh man.
When I was doing my homework. Unless, do you have an objection to this?
I would actually put this above Shazalea Kiss.
I think Shazalea Kiss is just so good.
It is, but this is also really
This is, but like there's just so much more fun. Like there's a fun level to Shazalea Kiss that just like exceeds I think everything else on this list. Just because it's so.
I mean, are you already giving it number 1?
This is Shazalea Kiss is probably my number 1 song of 2020.
Oh wow! See, I can't agree with that.
I honestly look. I would not have agreed with that either. But then I went and re-listened to everything. And I was like, this is the best song.
Yeah,
this is the best song.
I can't agree with you on that one. I think there are other songs on here that are better.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking currently at 2 that I would consider better. One being Aqua Pirate's Desire.
I like the song a lot, but I think it's it's a number 2 for now.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the other one's good. And it has like a lot of fun stuff to go along with it. But like, this song is just really good.
Yes.
Really good.
Yes.
If I were going to go listen on my phone right now, I'd pick this one.
But does this song have the, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing this ridiculousness to it that Shazalea Kiss has?
I mean, no, but it was also an April Fool's joke, so.
Right, it's an April Fool's joke that works.
It works perfectly.
Which April Fool's jokes don't work.
No, usually they suck. But, I mean, I think that as you were saying earlier, like they were very experimental this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that both of these songs are good examples of that.
Correct.
And they're both extremely different from anything that they've done before.
Yes.
Whereas like Fantastic Departure, which we've already put that at number 3, like I could see that being on one of their older albums easily.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
But these two were really different, and they're just like insanely good. I didn't think we would run into a snag this early.
I didn't either.
Oh no. Oh, are you knocking out the ones that we've talked about?
Yes. Just to make it easier.
I think that like one thing that I could really argue though is that like Aqua Pirate's Desire is a super hype song.
Yes.
Like imagine if you were trying to hype yourself up and you like listen to that, you'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go.
But you could say the same thing.
Could you?
If I say like Kiss, yeah, totally.
I don't think it has the same level of hype.
I think it does. Like, if you want to get yourself like hyped up for something, like, yeah, I would listen to that song 100%.
Hmm. Hmm. I know you're waiting for me to back down. I know you are.
I think so. Here's my case for this. I don't think Aqua Pirate's Desire is going to stay at number 2 forever. I think it's going to slot in like number 3, and I think we're going to have the same argument about another song on this list.
Like I said, you're waiting for me to give in.
I'm just telling you what's going to happen. I'm a future teller.
Are you?
I'm taking future flight. Ho ho.
Ho ho.
Ho ho.
I'm willing to go to bat for another one harder than I am for this one.
I'm not surprised by that.
Even though I still think this is a better song. And I will stand by that.
Look, you can stand by whatever you want. But this is top 10 go. Look how big this text is.
Yeah.
That's authoritative.
It is. It is.
What if I just make this just also 90?
No.
Oh no, it's gone. It's gone.
Why would you do that?
Because that means it's obviously authoritative and it's true.
No.
You make the text bigger, it means it's more true.
No.
That's how this works.
No. All right, I'm coming back for an argument later.
Okay.
But it's still a better song.
Had to think. It's like, is that how you spell it? Is the plural elsewhere? Okay, so up next we have the first solo song of the year. One of the big things they trotted out for 2020 and going forward into this year, all the way up through summer, is they're doing solo albums for everyone, where they're doing solo versions of like the 4 singles, some of the other songs here and there that they've done. It's like a kind of a weird mishmash of stuff.
It's basically like the singles and the B-sides.
Singles, B-sides, and then some of like the unofficial singles, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that obviously comes like a second solo song, because
Mm-hmm.
the first solo song is on there as well.
Yep.
The first one of this was Chica's.
Mm-hmm.
She kicked things off for us with Never Giving Up.
Exclamation point.
Never giving up.
And this was a cool way to like kick off these solo albums, because this song was not what I was expecting. The video was super cute because it's got like a little chibi version of her first solo outfit.
Yes.
And the song's really good.
I feel like they probably had some like inkling of input on like what they wanted to do with these songs, because obviously One More Sunshine Story is very, like we've said, like Disney-esque.
Princesses.
Yes, and this is very much like show tunes-esque.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because Anju does a whole lot of, theater stuff, so she would be well acclimated to that kind of style and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this really just fits right into that perfectly.
It really does. It's a fun song.
It's a fun song. It's real good. It's kind of what I was expecting, but also not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Coming off of the other one. Where do you think it lists on our list?
I would personally put it at 4 at the moment.
Interesting. I might have put it at 3. I think I just like it more in Fantastic Departure because it's something different again.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Fantastic Departure again is fine. Like it's not a bad song or anything, but it's not. It's it's like you said. Like you could definitely hear this as like being something they have done before.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I gotta remember what the title is. Okay.
Never giving up. Exclamation point. Not that many exclamation
Oh, sorry.
It's only one.
Okay, what do we have next? We go to Saint Snow next.
I forgot how to strike through.
I got you. Format.
Format. Okay.
Yeah.
Saint Snow then.
The Saint Snow first single EP.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a cool thing that was like, this was one of the, or this was like rumored, or people had known it was in the works for a while, but like nothing had ever been talked about it ever since like they first kind of initially talked about it, and then eventually finally came out along with them getting their own solo shows and everything. So like that was fun. These are three very different songs.
Yes.
Which
very.
Is maybe not what you'd expect from Saint Snow, especially like just the variety and the styles of these songs are not necessarily what you would expect.
Well, yes and no.
Well, yeah, yes. I mean, like, there's obviously an idea of what Saint Snow is, and one of those songs very much hits that point. And then, like, the other two are kind of not necessarily what you might be like, oh, of course, this is a Saint Snow song.
Well, so everybody knows, like, Saint Snow is definitely inspired by Baby Metal.
Right.
Like, period. And Baby Metal's done a lot of the same kind of stuff. Like After the Rain reminds me a lot of No Rain, No Rainbow.
It's a ballad song.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that is. And so like Baby Metal's done that kind of thing. And then they've also done more of like the electronic kind of thing too. So it's like it makes total sense that that's the kind of route that they would go to like switch it up a little bit, because their inspirational band did the same thing. So I wasn't shocked. They don't go quite as hard as some of the other Saint Snow songs. That does not mean that they're bad, though.
No, they're terrible.
So the lead single on it is Dazzling White Town.
Yes, which is like an electronic dance hall style song.
Featuring a Michael Jackson Moonwalker reference.
Yeah, so like I think that's kind of like the big thing of like this being the lead single off of it. Like this is not what you expect from a Saint Snow at all.
The video was also really fun.
Yes. Like it's a really fun song. Like they are really able to pull it off, because like it is a good mix of Asamine's vocaling, her singing and everything, and then Hinata being like the rapper and everything going throughout it. Like it's a very good mesh of those two things. And then like the beat's really good and everything. It's just it was very surprising at first just to hear and be like, wow, this is Saint Snow, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. But like it also just like works.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I really
it's
like it.
Really good. I mean, it makes sense why they like this was the song they played like twice during their live shows.
Yeah. And just did a super big close-up shot of her butt every single time. Every single time. They're like, here, look at her butt. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to look at her butt then. Where would you put Dazzling White Town?
Go back to the list. Oh.
You have to go so far down to get to the list.
I had to go over I had to go 3 tabs over.
Oh no.
So far. That's a good question.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I would like to hear your idea first.
Well, I was asking you first because I've gone first.
I might slot it in at number 3.
That is where I would put it as well.
Cool. That's what happens when friends agree. I can't spell dazzling, apparently.
Dazzling.
Dazzling.
Dazzling. Oh no, there we go. Okay.
Apparently the person who did like Dazzling White Town, or like the composition stuff, was like or did a bunch of like Muse stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Also did Aqua Heroes, of all things.
Oh wow. Okay.
And was the arranger on Aquarium and Mijuku Dreamer.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot to take in at once.
Oh, they also did Shadow Gate to Love, which makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was gonna say, oh, I also really like the like blacklight parts of this. It's kind of spooky and it's fantastic.
Yeah, like there's just a whole lot to like the video itself that's just very, very good. Up next.
Oh, Snow Planet.
Well, let's try it. Let's say that again. Lonely Snow Planet.
Yep.
So the people can understand. I think this is the song that you would think of what Saint Snow is.
Yes. Although it does one thing that I think is really cool that you don't often hear from Saint Snow, and that Leah / Hinata kind of takes the front stage here. And you don't normally get that. Like she's the one who starts the song, and she has like a lot of lines in it.
Yeah, which is cool.
And a lot of singing lines too. Like it's not just her rapping.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, sweet. They're like letting her spread her wings a little bit here. That's exciting. So that was fun, and you know, it's got the whoa whoa part, which is also
big year for whoa whoa stuff in Love Live songs.
Big year for whoa whoa. Big year.
This song is the composer and arranger is also the same person who did Dropout.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. But yeah, like it's got like the heavy riffs and stuff. It is the Saint Snow style that you are accustomed to at this point, because obviously one of their songs is going to do that. Where do you think it lands on the list?
I really like this song. I'd probably put it at 4.
I think that's kind of where I was leaning as well.
Okay.
I think the one knock against this song is that the riff can kind of lean. It's leaning a little bit too close to being butt rocky. It's really right. It's right in the line there. I'm just like, like you if you take out the Saint Snow vocals and put in like some Nickelback, you could probably it would probably be the same. And I'd be like, I could see this fitting here, and which is not good.
Also, something that is, I guess, kind of weird is that every time I hear Lonely Snow Planet, I think of the game Lost Planet, the Capcom game.
Sure.
I mean, it's like an ice planet-y thing.
You're not wrong, but they're like, yeah, I guess.
Literally every single time that I hear the song, I was like, oh, Lost Planet. Which, you know, that's a normal pull for your brain to do. I think you even have like a Lost Planet shot glass in my house.
Why?
It came with like a Capcom set of shot glasses.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I've got that. I know I've got some Resident Evil ones and some other silly ones. You know, big drinker Al with her shot glasses.
You got to show them off. Like, put them out on display. Be like, look at this cool glass.
I mean, I do have them on display, but
that
they're
I will
all
never
kinda,
use.
like behind Amiibo at the moment.
Dusty.
Yeah, they're very dusty. So to round out the Saint Snow, After the Rain, which is the ballad.
It is the ballad. I think the song's fine.
It's the weakest of the trio.
Yeah, that's basically my opinion of the song.
Yeah, like it doesn't do a whole lot interesting. Like it's good, but it's not really like.
It's a ballad.
Yeah.
It is a ballad.
A ballad. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Baby Metal's No Rain, No Rainbow, which is a fine song, but like if I'm gonna be listening to Baby Metal, like I'm gonna listen to some other song probably.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't come to Saint Snow for a ballad, even though like it makes sense because like they're an idol group.
Mm-hmm. And like they're stupidly talented and can do it, but
yes.
like it's just not what I'm here for.
Look, this ain't the 80s anymore. The
Oh
era
man.
of the power ballad is dead.
Oh no, that's the saddest thing anyone's ever said. Um, but yeah, definitely the weakest. And I would personally say it's the weakest of the list so far.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, it's not even raining out, so can't do anything after the
It's
rain.
not even raining. All right, what comes after Saint Snow?
Well, we got our first weird COVID video of 2020 with this song, Gmo I Dash,
Mm-hmm.
where I feel like we had to deduce whether or not they filmed that together or they just filmed individual parts and spliced them together.
I still haven't quite figured it out.
It's a mystery.
I think until they do it behind the scenes, we'll never know.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
filmed it behind the scenes.
This is a fun song. They wore leg
This
warmers in
song
the video,
rules.
which was funny. It has a
Yeah,
fun
it's
dance.
like a throwback.
Yes.
They have little cactus arms.
They have little cactus arms.
They do little cactus arms.
I want to say this was the club song of the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, this was the theme song for the Take Me Higher project. Originally supposed to be coming out on June 30th, 2020, but was pushed back to August 26th, 2020, with all the Aqua Club stuff that they put out. And also has solo versions of the song, which all the girls do as well.
Yep.
The song's really good. It's really fun.
Really good. Really good.
It's really catchy. You can do the dance you could do the dance wherever you are.
You too can have little cactus arms.
Who doesn't want to have little cactus arms?
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to have little cactus arms.
It's true. Like it's fun. You can do it right now. Like I'm doing it right now.
I can also do it right now.
It's good. It's good content for an audio podcast. A+ content.
Woo woo. So for the record, this is one of the ones that I was saying I was going to go to bat for.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
I love this song. Gmo Dash rules. It's a super fun song. The dance is fun. Like seeing them perform it live is just fantastic. Although, like at one point we see I's butt because like her part requires her to like turn around and look at Arisa, so it's like a Ruby Dia moment. But the way that they filmed it, I was just like, that's just I's butt.
To be fair,
Uh-huh.
it's not a live show unless you somehow see I's butt.
That is correct, and I'm pretty sure that it wasn't the only time we saw I's butt, because she is a big fan of showing off the booty, accidentally and purposefully maybe, but yeah, this song rules, man, and like all the solo versions are just fantastic. It was really something that I needed in the middle of like, I guess
The
what's
throes of 2020.
Yeah, it was like, you know, everybody's kind of getting like really tired of the pandemic and really tired of being inside, and everybody's just tired. I'm always tired, so this wasn't anything new, but like, you know, there's a little bit of like weariness to it, and then Aqua's out here like, you know what? Let's do this fun dance song with like our loose socks and throwing backs like to the like 90s type dance lines. Like it's super fun.
And it's funny because like they literally take the part of the title and the dance from the Gmo I duo song of Icon and Shuka.
Mm-hmm. And I think that one thing that really sells this song to me is that you can tell that they had such a good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are multiple times in the video where you can see the girls like laughing or like trying to keep it together to not laugh. There's moments like in the live parts where they're doing the same thing. Like they had a good time doing this song, and that made me really happy.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a fun pure pleasant experience.
Love a pure, pleasant experience.
I do love a pure pleasant experience. And fun. Don't miss fun. I said fun. I really like this song.
Well, Al,
Mm-hmm.
tell us how you really feel
I just did.
by saying where you think it goes on the list.
1.
You want to hear my controversial opinion?
Oh no.
I would put this at number 3.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I agree with you on all of your points. I just think I personally like Aqua Pirate's Desire and Shazali Kiss Dandadan better. But that's just me. That is my personal opinion.
Yeah. I mean, like it had the same thing going in that it was kind of like an experimental thing for Aqua. This is something very different from what they've done before.
Totally.
And so that was fun and exciting that they were once again branching out from like the Aqua comfort zone. Yeah, I can't agree with 3. I can't.
All
It's
right.
way too low.
Let's just cut the average here. Number 2. It's 1 and 3. You average it out. It's 2. That's math. I'm not a math major, but I know that's math.
I'm doing a lot of compromise here if I do that.
Hey, I'm compromising by putting it up in one space.
Yeah, but I already compromised with Pirate's Desire.
And
now you want to knock this one down a further song.
I don't see. There's no possible way in my mind that this is the number 1 song.
I didn't say it was the number 1 song forever.
Well, I'm saying I don't see how it hits number 1 on this list currently as it is standing right now.
I don't
This
see how it
list
doesn't.
isn't standing. It's just laying there.
I don't see how it doesn't make number 1 on this list as it's
because this is
there.
a consensus list, and if my opinion is that it is the 3rd best song on this list, how is it possible to jump up 2 spots?
I mean, I didn't agree that Shazali Kiss was number 1, and it's still there. So, what happened to consensus list?
Hang on. Do I need to do this again? There, authoritative.
Nope. That's not how this works.
Hang on, I got a better idea. All right. Bam.
Nope.
Bolding it. Oh, hang on. Italics.
Nope.
Underline.
Undo all that.
Highlighted.
None of that gets to happen.
We're having fun here.
I'm not denying that is a great song. I'm really not. I'm just saying.
I think you're denying it's a great song.
I already compromised in the fact that I was saying that I would put Aqua Pirate's Desire number 2. That I would come back to other songs.
Look, I'm also compromising here.
How?
We're doing double compromise because I'm bumping it up a single spot.
I don't think that's how compromise works.
I mean, I would tell you that Aqua Pirate's Desire is a better song than this, so that is me compromising for you to just put it up a spot.
But there wasn't any compromise to begin with. Because I put Aqua Pirate's Desire where it is because I conceded.
I mean, you made the right choice.
I disagree, but I still think that Aqua Pirate's Desire and GMO I Dash are better songs.
And I don't. We are at an impasse. I want to put 1.5. How do you feel about that?
A tie.
Wow, I can't, it's unprecedented. I can't believe it. We have 1A and 1B.
No, there's no A and B. It's just a tie.
I think we might have to review the tape on this one. We're gonna send this to the judges panel, the list panel. This is unprecedented.
I would be willing to put Jimo I Dash at number 2 if we put Aqua Pirate Desire as a tie with Shazalea Kiss.
Okay. Again, unprecedented.
I was just gonna paste it, but you got it.
I'm gonna hit. Oh, Jimo.
Oh no. Nope, not that many exclamation points. All right. What we got next?
Up next, our second solo song. Pure. Oh, hang on. This is all caps. Pure Phrase.
Pure Phrase. This is Rico's.
This is the second Rico solo song. This is just a Rico song.
Yeah,
which isn't a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but it's just a Rico.
It's just a Rico solo song.
That's what it is.
Like if you listen to any of her solo stuff like that, this is just that. That's that.
Yep. That's exactly what you got there.
Do you have an idea of where you think this goes?
7?
Sure.
Okay.
Pure Phrase.
Pure Phrase.
And then after that, we have our third solo song. Perhaps the most audacious solo song they put out, and
yes.
the most surprising solo song they put out.
Yes.
'Cause wow.
So, for context, you know, I mentioned that Chica had her cute, like, chibi outfit doing the dances. Rico's had, like, a beautifully animated version of her that was, like, made with fan art, I guess. It was really pretty. And then we get this one.
So, obviously, we had an idea of kind of what to expect. Mm-hmm. Or, like, we knew, like, there's going to be some sort of animation with the video attached to it.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you kind of thought was going to be the Ruby video?
Not this.
Well, yes.
I thought it was going to be, like, super cutesy.
Yeah, I think that's kind of also what I was anticipating. It was like, oh, you know, it's going to be fine. Just a little goofy, cutesy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, Red Jim Wink is kind of what you'd expect as a Ruby song.
Yeah.
So I was thinking probably more along the lines of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get this.
Yes.
Which is Cotton Candy AAO.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not at all what you expect.
The song's not what you would expect, and the video is basically a post, and it's fantastic.
It's just chaos.
It's like if somebody mixed Ruby and Pop Team Epic and also like lots and lots of sugar together, you would get the video for this.
Yes.
And it's awesome.
It was one of those things when I first saw it, it was like, I cannot believe what I am seeing.
I was so shocked that that's like what they went with, because I was not expecting them to go with something like that crazy for like a Love Live video.
Which I think they even knew, like, we have to really hide this because they did a live stream before this where they teased, I think they showed off Jimo I Dash, they showed off Rico's solo stuff, and they did like a very brief teaser of the Ruby video, which was the very beginning of it, where like you see the silhouette of her.
Yeah.
And that's all they showed.
That's all they showed.
So you had no idea what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes out and you're just like, what is this?
My life will never be the same now.
And I want to even say, like, they didn't put out like the preview stuff for her solo stuff early. Because, like, I don't know if we knew what Cotton Candy AAO sounded like. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it was, like, very soon before that.
2020 was a blur of a year, so.
Yeah, I don't think we got it as, like, in advance as some of the other ones, but I distinctly remember people saying, like, why is there a horse sound at one point?
And just like cymbals crashing randomly. It's just
Mm-hmm.
there's so much happening in this song, and
So much happening.
especially like I think there could be, if you want to have an argument against the song, is that the video plays such a big part of it that it's hard to separate the two.
Yeah.
To where like a lot of my good feelings about the song come from the way just the video is so ridiculous and over the top. Which the song itself is very good as well.
The song is very good. And it's a
just,
very fun and exciting song. Chocolate Banana. You know? AAO.
It's just carried by the fact that the video is just so out of left field.
But I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing either.
No. It's just like, if you're listening to the song by itself, I don't think you're going to get as just like the over the top ridiculousness as you do when it's accompanied with the video and the visuals. Like you're going to get slightly less of that.
Yeah. Like my brain just fills in the gaps now.
Right. So if like you haven't seen it, like you're not, it's going to be just kind of like, oh, this is a real goofy song.
Yeah.
But then the video amplifies that to like 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, this song is something else.
Is it still like one of the highest viewed videos? Like for the Love Live girls? Because it had a stupid amount of views for a while.
Yes, that is true. Let me double check here real quick. Whoa.
Chocolate banana. Oh.
Gotta go through the YouTube subscriptions. The YouTubes.
And I remember when I first saw this, I was like, is that E-I-E-I-O?
E-I-E-I-O.
And then with the horse sound, it just made it even weirder.
It is the third highest viewed video on the Love Live channel. Like that doesn't count like a lot of like the Lantis uploaded stuff, which has some very ridiculous numbers for some stuff. The only thing's higher is the performance of Hop Stop Nonstop from the movie.
Okay.
The initial All Stars trailer of Tokimeki Runners, and then is Cotton Candy AAO, followed by Snow Halation. Cotton Candy AAO now currently stands at 2.6 million views.
Wow. You know that II is just like super stoked about that.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure she had a really good time doing this.
Yes.
It's just a fun song.
It's
a fun song. It's a fun video.
It's all of that.
The package is good.
It is just a great package altogether. I'm trying to find what's the next highest viewed like solo video. And it's taking a while.
Whoops.
But maybe also because I'm just like not paying attention that well. It's Daya's.
I'm not surprised by that.
At 500,000, and then Chica's at 481.
Wow.
And Rico's is right behind at 479. So yeah, it literally is lapping the competition. Like
obliterated.
Let me do some quick math here, because you know me, I'm just all about the numbers.
Mathematician Jared.
Yep, that's me. All right. It has. So if you add up the number of views for the other 3 solo videos, it is around 1.5 million. So she still has 1.1 million views on top of that. That's how wild it is.
Dang.
All that being said, where's O rank on the list?
I assume this is the one that you like really thought I was gonna go to bat for, right?
This is the song going in that I thought was going to be the number 1 song easily. Like no arguments, nothing. It would just be like throw it on there, bam, done. But yes, also this is the other song that I thought you were going to go to bat for.
Guess right, you're right.
Oh no!
It has the same kind of thing that you were arguing with Shazalia Kiss, that the whole package of it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%.
And generally just the video is experimental. It's a fun video. The song's super fun. Like I am dying to see this performed live. dying to see it. Because like, can you imagine her performing this live and having that video behind her? And like,
I cannot wait.
Ruby eats Daya at one point.
So good.
It's just so good. I mean, it, like I said, it's basically like a Love Live post. And really, like, what else do you need out of 2020 besides a Love Live post? We needed this in our lives to help us get through the rest of 2020. Because 2020 was such a shit show that I came in and was like, you know what? I got you. I'll help make things a little bit better. Here, have my birthday song. Not my birthday, but my Ruby's birthday. Have this.
And like, man, like, it really just shows the range that II has, because like
Right.
she does this song, which is just so weird and like fits the Ruby character, but then her solo stuff is just completely different.
Yeah, it's straight up city pop.
Yeah, it is like the vocal range is completely different. Is the thing.
Yeah. Like, I at one point like played a Ruby song and then played City for my mom. And I was like, this is the same girl. She's like, no, no, that is not the same girl. I was like, yes, that is the same girl. This is the same person singing both songs. She's like, well, do they do like a voice alteration on her? I'm like, no, that's all her. Both of them. That is her. And like, it is very, very hard to like pitch up like that and still be able to sing as well as she does. Like, that is a very hard thing to do, and she nails it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like this and City were like right around the same time. And I was like, what is happening in my life right now? Just like cementing II is like one of my faves. I mean, she just, I just want to thank her personally for making 2020 much better for me. Like, everything that she released in 2020, I was just like, thank you.
It's all good stuff. All good stuff.
You are a lovely human being and very, very talented, and I appreciate you existing and giving us content. I wonder how much input she had into the video.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know.
Because she seemed pretty stoked about it when they did the like couple second preview.
Yeah.
Like, she knew what was coming.
She knew what she was about to unleash on the world.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not going to be surprised by where you think this is going to go.
Okay.
I'm going to guess right here.
Yes.
Okay. You know something, brother.
Oh God, no! Don't be racist.
Sorry. Big apologies for that. We talked a lot about compromise today.
Yeah.
And how you said I wasn't compromising and how you had to bear the brunt of the compromise. Well, let me tell you something. This Sunday, live on pay-per-view, I'm gonna do the ultimate compromise. And put it at number 9.
No! Get out of here!
Don't hurt your throat.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that did kind of hurt.
Yeah, like I told you, like, this is the song I thought going in was going to be number 1 with a bullet. Like, and I think Shazalik has just barely, like, by the slimmest of margins, edged that out for me.
Yeah.
But like, I can totally see this being number 1 in a group vote.
Yeah, and when you said that we were gonna do like a top 10 Aqua 2020, I was like, well, this is an easy thing for me. This is super easy.
Yeah.
Turns out it's not as easy. But this one was definitely.
Yeah. Like I said, I going into this, I was like anticipating that was going to be number 1. We would throw that on there, and that would be it. Easy 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
We took a little swerves here and there along the way, but
given that compromise, I will do this.
Wow. Big compromises here live on pay-per-view.
So our current list as it stands is...
We have 10.
We have 10. Cotton Candy AAO, Shazalia Kiss, Aqua Pirate Desire, Jima I Dash, Dazzling White Town, Lonely Snow Planet, Never Giving Up, Fantastic Departure. Lots of exclamation points right there.
Wow, there is a lot of exclamation points.
After the Rain. That is our 10 at the moment. That being said, there are still songs to get to. So things are going to start being knocked off.
There are 5 more songs, remaining. Big year for exclamation points, by the way.
Yeah, big year.
So up next was
1, 2, 3, 4 so far.
Yes, and that's it. There's one more.
No,
there's 2 more. 6. Good Lord.
Yeah, very, very full of exclamations today.
Up next is Future Flight, which was included in the the best of 2015 to 2017 Aqua CD set that they put out. Mm-hmm. This was mostly just like a bunch of a big collection of just everything they had put out in that time period.
Greatest hits.
Yeah. There is like Future Flight is a new edition, and then they also did a 9-member version of Soromo Kokoro mo Haru Kara, which was new as well. But we're not going to count that because it's an old song technically.
Yeah.
Future Flight. It's fine.
It's fine.
I think it kind of falls into just like the same spot Fantastic Departures lands in, but I might honestly take Fantastic Departures over this.
Yeah, I like Fantastic Departure better than I like Future Flight.
Yeah. Okay, so does it slot in under it, or do we bump it down more? Okay, I was just going to take the initiative here, just throw it in at number 9.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And then the last things we have left are the Volume 2 Duo Trios songs that came out around Christmas time. Just gotta scroll up a little bit more to find. So there you go. We have the Hanamara Rube song, the Mari Kanan song, the Yo Rico song, and then the Guru and Pa song. We'll start off with the Azura Rube song, just Kimochi mo Yume mo Isho Dane.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Look, we cannot add bonus points for exclamation points. I'm sorry.
We can't.
What is the English translation for the song? Our feelings and dreams are together.
Cute. So here's my hot take on this.
Okay.
This is my least favorite of this group.
Of all the duo trio songs? Wow, I would not agree with that, but that's interesting.
That's my least favorite of the group.
Wow. I think the song's fine.
I didn't say it's bad.
No. I'm just saying as just like a general statement. That song is fine. I think it's my second least favorite.
Okay.
But with that being said, where do you think it lands on the list?
Honestly, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but I would also put it around Fantastic Departure.
I was also thinking, I was like, I might just slot that in at number 9 as well.
Yeah.
Ba-doop.
Ba-doop.
Exclamation point, row.
Exclamation point.
Let's move into the next song. Once I strike through this one. Namaida ga Yuki ni Naru me ni. This is the Mari Kanan song. This translates into Before the Tears Turn into Snow, which I don't think that's how tears work.
I don't think so, but
that would be a very cool superpower.
This is my favorite of the group.
I could see an argument for that 100%.
Yeah. Like the way that they actually have Sua and Aina sing together.
So good.
It's so good. They let Sua go lower on it, and the way that they meld their voices together, it's just phenomenal. And like the song itself is actually really good too.
The way with them like having them put it like in a lower register, like it just makes their voices just blend together so well together.
It's beautiful.
A lot of together there. They were able to what's the word I'm looking for?
Harmonize?
Yes. They're like having them that low, just they're able to harmonize so well together. Like it's one of those things I was kind of going into this thinking like I don't like this is probably gonna be fine, but I don't know if I'm gonna be like, man, this is really good, and like coming away from it, I was like, holy crap, this is really good.
Yeah.
And like I think it was helped by like watching the live performance of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that was one thing that I was also coming into this thinking. I was like, oh, that's probably going to be fine, but I don't think that's going to be like, the top tier for me. But like, I came out of this album, I was like, this is it. This is my top tier of these four. Like, it is stupid good. Also, it was hilarious to hear Sua get mad about the jeans.
She had to wear jeans.
She had to wear jeans.
Poor girl gets all the worst costume choices.
I mean, I personally like jeans, but like she obviously doesn't. So having to be put in them was kind of sad for her. But one of the things that also made this performance so great is the fact that Ina had to like adjust the mic at one point. Yes. Because Sue was so much taller than her. It was super funny.
It's really good.
I feel that life, man. I feel that life.
I think I might put this. I don't know if you're going to think this is high or not.
Okay.
I think this goes in at number 5.
I agree with you.
Cool. I like to agree on things.
I do too.
So we don't have to sit here and compromise.
I mean, this song just rules. It's super good.
Yeah.
And like
surprisingly so.
Yes. I don't know if everybody knows this, but I don't like it when they make Sua go super high with her voice.
Which I don't think is a controversial opinion.
It's not. But like they let her sound more natural in this, and the way that their voices meld together, I was just like, this is just so good.
Our penultimate song, Misty Frosty Love. This is the Yo Rico duo song. This is my least favorite song on the group.
This is my second least favorite. I think that one thing that is really good about this song is that Shuka's voice is really good on it.
Totally. The problem I think that comes with the song is something we talked about. I think when we watched the live performance of it, is
it should have just been a Shuka song.
It's just like two songs they just mash together.
Yeah.
Like they don't really interact that much throughout the song, and it's very weird. Like it's like here's the Shuka half, and then here's the Rikiko half.
Yeah, and like the funny thing about it is that I mentioned when we were first doing the performance, because like the first half, like the first verse and the first chorus is basically just like a Shuka featuring Rico as a backup singer type song. And so like you kind of it's just bizarre. I do like the kind of like 90s-ish sound to the beginning of it.
Totally. Like I think that's one of the big positives about this song.
But yeah, like Shuka's voice is really, really good in this. But it is on the lower half of this album for me.
Mm-hmm. It's just a weird thing.
Because
like I think you could put these two together and it would be really good, but like having them kind of have like their own segmented halves of the song just kind of just like leaves you feeling disappointed and like wanting more from it.
They didn't do like they did with the Marikanan one where they really meshed them together.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we really should have gotten.
Totally.
Also, one thing that's odd about Misty Frosty Love is that they leaned really, really hard into the whole like queer baiting love triangle thing, which is kind of like, like I know what they're trying to do there. They're really, because they did it a little bit with the aquarium. They're trying to play up the whole like people put like Chica, Yo, and Rico in like this conflict of love type thing, and it's like I don't know why you guys are doing that because like they all adore each other. But you get a little bit of that from here too. I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Just make it a generic love song, please. But it's fine. But it's definitely not top tier.
No. I think this goes under the Zura Ruby song.
I would accept that, honestly.
Not mystery.
Mystery.
Mystery. Maybe that would make it better if it was a mystery song.
Mystery Frosty Love.
And then finally we have Party Party Pa 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 Party by Guru Pa, which is Arisa, Anju, and Aikyan. Of course they became Guru Pa because they did the radio show, I think, and they were like a big proponent throughout that early run of the radio show. And they named themselves that and everything. And one of the big things that came out of that is like there's like a specific quote of them being like, yeah, we want to do a song together at some point. So like once the voting came out for this, like this once people saw this trio, it was like one of like it was obviously one of the most popular vote getters out of it, and obviously they won and they got this song. This is my favorite song on the EP, but I can see the argument for the Marikana one.
I just think this one leans too hard into the Christmas theme.
I mean, it's a Christmas album, so yeah.
Yeah, but the rest of them, like, you could listen to them anytime and feel less Christmassy.
Look, you need to have a Christmas song at some point. And, you know, if you're going to have to sacrifice yourself to be the Christmas song, so be it.
I do like their duck outfits.
Yeah.
They're basically dressed like Donald Duck. But, yeah, the whole reason why it goes below Mario Kanan for me is just because it's a little too Christmassy, but...
Look.
The song is fun though.
When you get to the holidays now you have three Aqua songs you can listen to at Christmas now.
And Dance with Plates awkwardly for some reason. I don't know why they gave them plates. That was such a weird choice.
Sometimes you just gotta have. I mean, when you go into a party, you obviously dance with plates.
While dressed like Donald Duck. The song's cute. You know, you've got like them pretty heavily in the characters for this, whereas like some of them you don't have them lean as hard into their characters, but this one you definitely have that. Like Chica and Yohane are just chaotic. Daya's like, oh god.
What have I gotten myself into?
And I think that works.
Yeah.
And the song is super cute.
I think it has a fun factor as well that some of the other songs on this kind of don't have, which I think helps it as well.
It's very, very upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's my number 2 after the Marikanan, and that's mainly just because it's a little too Christmassy, but that's not to say that it's bad.
You just need to get in the holiday spirit.
Yo.
Zero.
So where does it live?
That's a good question.
I personally have a number, but I don't think you'll agree with it.
Just throw out a number.
I would put it at 7.
Honestly, I was also leaning towards 7.
All right, well then, heck, it's 7.
7, 7, 7.
We have a list full of compromise.
Full of compromise, full of exclamation points.
Full of exclamation points. I mean, how many does it count that we have multiple exclamation points in Party Party Pop-Up Party?
I think you got to count all of them.
Okay, so how many exclamation points do we have on this full 15 list? 1.
Just 1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Is that correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8.
So 8 exclamation points in a 15 song list.
That is over 50% of exclamation points that are accounted
Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh man. So should we read off the final top 10? I guess we should clarify which one's got the final boot on there, huh?
Yeah, so our songs that are getting the boot, excuse me, are After the Rain, Pure Phrase, Future Flight, Misty Frosty Love, and Kimochi mo Yume mo Isho Dane. It's hard to read that when there's a slash through it.
Yep.
Coming in at number 10, Fantastic Departure. Number 9, Never Giving Up. Number 8, Lonely Snow Planet. Number 7, Party, Party, Pup, 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 Party. Number 6, Dazzling White Town. Number 5, Namida ga Yuki ni Naru me ni. Number 4, Jimo I Dash. Number 3, Aqua Pirate Desire. Number 2, Shazelia Kiss Dan Dan Dan. And number 1, Cotton Candy AAO.
AAO.
That's the top 10 songs from Aqua in 2020.
Thank you, Aqua, for making this year less terrible. I mean, now we're in 2021, so now you got to make this year less terrible. But like,
true.
y'all did a solid job here making 2020 tolerable. These are some good songs.
Some real good songs in a rough year.
Yeah. Also, featuring Saint Snow. Thank you guys too.
Yes.
For helping us get through 2020. But yeah, this was fun, and all these songs are super good.
I agree.
Also, go watch Cotton Candy AAO if you have not seen it yet.
Yes, 100%.
It will change your life.
It is. It's a wild ride. It's a trip worth seeing.
Yes.
If you want to learn how to take drugs.
Oh man.
There you go.
Or see Ruby devour her sister.
Yes.
And ride on critters and all kinds of chaos. Chocolate banana.
Become the world.
You become the world.
So there you go. That's going to wrap up this episode then.
Uh-huh.
So if you would like more from us, go to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup and Jared Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you want more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup. You can buy our books, One Shining Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support our Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast, bonus episodes, all that fun stuff. I think we did this after the episode last week, but we did a bonus Patreon episode for the patrons where we determined what dad rock is.
Yeah, we did.
And it was something, all right. Got to learn about the eras of dad rock.
What is dad rock?
What is dad rock?
We talked about it, and it was great.
Sounds like a Jeopardy question or Jeopardy answer there. So yeah, you can check that out on the Patreon right now. If you sign up, it's there. You can listen to us talk about it, listen to some music, and be like, all that fun stuff. Next week, barring any changes or anything, we're probably going to finally talk about that Scott Pilgrim game.
Probably.
Boy, howdy, do we have some things to say about that game.
Yep. From both a gameplay standpoint and also historian standpoint, preservation standpoint. Lots to say.
Lots to say. So most likely that'll be it. But again, you never know. Things might change. So.
Yep. But that is the current plan.
Yes.
As long as both of us are like living.
Or just nothing else comes up that we're like, oh, we should talk about this instead.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, we'll look forward to that next week, potentially.
Yay!